Hello everyone, my name is Nitish Gautam and I am here today to give a presentation topic related to Bluetooth technology. This slide is all about that I am going to tell about Bluetooth technology. That means they are total outline or topic of my whole slide. First, let's talk about what is Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a method for data communication that uses short-range radio links to replace cable between computer and their connecting units. Bluetooth uses a radio technology called frequency hopping spread spectrum, making use of packet-based structure in a master-slave arrangement. Bluetooth uses short wavelength, ultra-high frequency radio waves of a frequency range between 2.4 and 2.485 GHz. The range is set at 10 to 100 meter to optimize for target market of mobile phone and business users. The range can, however, be increased. In this slide, I will little talk about history of Bluetooth technology. Bluetooth was named for 10th century Viking king Harald Bluetooth, who peacefully united all the tiny island kingdoms of Denmark, southern Sweden and southern Norway into one country. In keeping with its namesake, Bluetooth, the new low-cost radio technology, is designed to unite or connect all different type of devices to efficiently work as a one. Bluetooth was developed by Ericsson, which is a Danish company. They named it after a Danish king whose nickname was Bluetooth because he brought the Danish tribe together. Bluetooth is supervised by the Bluetooth Special Interest Group (SIG), which includes more than 35,000 member companies in the region of telecommunication, computing, network, and gadget. Let's first talk about connection establishment in Bluetooth technology. There are three types of connections in Bluetooth technology. First, we have point-to-point link, second, Piconet, and third is Scatternet. First, we have point-to-point link in which only one master and only one slave relationships, and Bluetooth device can function as a master or slave. In this figure, we can see only one master and only one slave are connected to each other. Second is Piconet, in which Piconet are formed by a master and one or more slave, maximum 7. That means they have connected up to 7 slaves. And each Piconet is defined by a different hopping channel to which users synchronize to each Piconet has maximum capacity 1 Mbps. Uh, and then you can see this figure have multiple slave and only one master are connected to each other. Then we have third is Scatternet in which as two or more interconnected Piconet form Scatternet. Um, in this figure, we have three Piconet setup, Piconet 1, Piconet 2 or Piconet 3 and they are interconnected by any one of master or slave. Then they form a connection of Scatternet. Now we discuss about fundamentals or basics of Bluetooth technology. Mainly Bluetooth have two type of structure, hardware and software. These things are described more in detail in next slide. For now, a complete Bluetooth system will require four elements. First, an RF portions for receiving and transmitting data, that means data frequency. Second, a module for with a baseband microprocessor, and third, memory. Fourth, an interference to the host devices such as mobile phone. Below it is a figure in which help us to easily describe the fundamental or basics of Bluetooth technology, in which we have host, Bluetooth link manager, and Bluetooth link controller, and 2.4 GHz Bluetooth radio. That means the hardware of Bluetooth. Now this slide have a building blocks of Bluetooth technology that is called Bluetooth stack, which include the hardware and software version of the system. By this figure, we can easily understand all Bluetooth part or stack to understand how Bluetooth technology works. Now we can see the Bluetooth technology have several parts, and now I have described these parts in more detail in further slide. First, we have to describe the baseband and RF portion or stack. The radio frequency portion provides the digital signal processing component of the system, and baseband processes this signal. RF layer, it performs modulation and demodulation of data into RF signal. Suppose if one Bluetooth device is going to send data to another Bluetooth device, so whatever it is generated in this device, it is data. So those data have converted into radio signals. So this layer convert the data into radio signals or radio waves. Now what are the other things this layer focus on it define the physical characteristics of Bluetooth transceiver. It defines two type of physical links, connectionless and connection oriented. Baseband link layer, it performs the connection establishment within a piconet. That means we know that Piconet is a basic network configuration in Bluetooth network. If one device wants to communicate with another device, if the connection has to be established between these two devices, then the baseband is going to care of these connection establishment within a Piconet. Let's go to the next slide. In this slide, we have link controller. In link controller, handle all the baseband functions and supports the link manager. It sends the received data, identify the sending device, perform authentication, and determine the type of frame to use for sending transmission. The link controller also direct how device listen for transmissions from other devices, can move device into power saving mode. Below, I have defined some function of link controller. It have a sending and receiving data, identify the device, and authentication. And what means of authentication I describe in next slide. Now let's move on the next slide, which is the link manager. Now the topic of this slide is link manager. Link manager located on the top of link controller. It performs the management of already established link. It means if the connection is already established between two nodes and the management of this established link are handled by this links manager protocol or link manager. And then this link manage layer, it is also concentrated on security service as well as what are the other service if also include authentication and encrypted process. Authentication means ensuring that the right entity is involved in transaction or in the network. And encrypted means suppose if one Bluetooth device is sending data to another Bluetooth device, if it is encrypted, then no other nodes can see the data what is being transmitted between sender and the receiver. Only the sender and the receiver know what is being actually transmitted between them. So this is security service. Below I have described some function of link manager. First authentication, encrypted control, link physical parameter control, master to slave changing, vice versa, and link configuration. Now we have host control interference, HCL. The host control interference define uniform method for accessing and controlling the lower level of protocol stack, that is baseband and the link manager. Host control interference HCL enable communication between the host and the controller via serial interference between the host devices, example laptop or phone, and Bluetooth devices, example Bluetooth wireless headset, and they are responsible for taking the data from a lower level and transmitting to the upper level. And it also have one of the most important SCL tasks that must be performed is the automatic discovery of other Bluetooth devices that are within the coverage radius. Then comes the logical link control and adaptation layer or adaptation protocol. It is also known as the heart of Bluetooth protocol stack because this is going to be the interference between upper layer and lower layer. That is why it is considered to be heart of Bluetooth protocol stack. It is responsible for establishing connections across exciting ACLs, links or requesting an ACL links if does not already exist. Allow many different applications to use a single ACL links through multiplexing. It is allow the communications between upper layer and lower layer Bluetooth protocol stack. So it packages the data packets, received from the upper layer in the form of expected by the lower layer. It is also performs the segmentation and multiplication. Say that from the upper layer and we will get only data, and these data have to be converted into form of which the lower layer can understand. So this conversion on all is taken care by the logical links, control and adaptation layer or adaptation protocol. In addition to this, it is also does segmentation as well multiplexing. Segmentation means suppose if big data is generated by applications layer, then that cannot be sent a single stretch. We know that Bluetooth is suffering from lower data rate, so it has to be broken into pieces, which is normally called as a segment. So this segmentation part is taken care by this layer. Also, when this channel is used by many nodes at the same time, then multiplexing is taken care by this part only. Now we have some additional protocol. Another element in the Bluetooth stack that related to radio communication is RF-COM protocol, which allow for the emulations of serial ports over the L2 cap. The next is Service Discovery Protocol (SDP), provide the means of Bluetooth application to discover the services and the characteristics of the available service that are unique to Bluetooth. That means it allows to discover the service available on another Bluetooth enabled devices. So in a Bluetooth device enabled, if you want to know what other service are running, so this layer is responsible for dealing with that. Now we have Bluetooth device manager, provide the device inquiries and connection management services. In Bluetooth technology, links and channel are used to transmit data between Bluetooth units. First, the links are established. Second, Bluetooth technology support two types of link. First, synchronous connection oriented SCO. Second, asynchronous connectionless ACL. The SCO links are used primarily for voice communication. If you want to listen some music, then these kind of links are responsible for that. And second is ACL links are used for package data. If you want to transfer some data, any type of data, then these links are used for that type of work. Bluetooth devices can use one of these link types, can change link type during transmissions. Although an ACL link must be established before an SCO links can be used. In this slide, we have applications of Bluetooth. Bluetooth have several applications, but I have taken some applications of Bluetooth technology. Here we have telephones, computer accessories, headsets, LAN peripherals, computer and multimedia devices, and many more others. In this slide, we have advantages and disadvantages of Bluetooth technology. Let's first talk about advantages of Bluetooth technology. First, we have freedom from cable. We all know that this kind of technology are wireless. We are freedom from cables. Second, accuracy in local area network, operating in local area network, low power and low processing. Applications are virtually endless, inexpensive, they don't need to be configured. Security feature of authentications, authorizations and encryptions. And let's talk about some disadvantages of Bluetooth technology. Data rate of only 1 Mbps. They have low transmitted data rate. Second, open to interceptions and attack. Battery use increase on devices, cannot work in long distance environment. Now let's talk about Bluetooth technology, how they impact on human beings. We have commonly concerned that carrier waves inhabited the same band as a microwave oven. We all know that microwave oven have high frequency radio waves that are not habitat for human beings. And but the transmitting power of Bluetooth technology is too weak to affect human. Exposure to Bluetooth radio frequency does not result in heating the body. However, long exposure to radio field can result in some people no longer able to tolerate the waves. This is where the future development of Bluetooth will help in make sure this form of communication is safe. Now this slide have the all the references that I use in my presentations, and thank you.